Good morning from Seattle, Washington, and Happy New Year. Welcome to the 2024, and I'm excited and to share with you the best idea, golden nugget, strategy, and what we need to do in 2024. Now the market have shifted in a positive direction. Of course, you can see the interest rates from Federal Reserve reduce, closer to 1% or a little bit less or more. But I think that we're moving in a good direction. We still have the issue with the inventory in the market is extremely low, right? So demand for the product of residential housing is still very much in demand, and so that the opportunity that we have present for us. It's been 2023, 2022. It has been a tough year for a lot of company, a lot of people, right? And so, we're glad that we put that behind us. Now, looking forward into the new years. And I wanted to, take the time from my working busy schedule and share with you a good idea, the good way that you can do business in the changing market now. And so, looking at the first one would be, the first one I wanted to share with you is that yes, it's time to go out and start to rebuild your business, right? Whether it's gonna be a title company, an escrow bank, or real estate broker, real estate builder, right? So we starting with the new year fresh. So the first thing that we have to look at ourselves is that we got to look and recommitted ourselves, to do the business, right? So first is that we have to look at the commitment that we have, in this business, right? So we have to, it is recommitted ourselves into the business that we in, right? So, also look at it and say, well, what in my production would be, what would be my profit would be, right? And why are we doing it, right? And also, all this question that we ask ourselves, and we have to go in through and look at it and say, well, this is the business, right? And that's what our consumer think of us, at the entrepreneur that running a business. And so, that's how client looking at us. That's how, our sphere looking at us. Yes, we are in the business. And so we have to conduct in real estate like a business, and understanding that we have to go through a process, committing ourselves, go through a process, and setting ourselves at the beginning of the year is a very realistic goal, and also a schedule that we have to put in to support the goal. And I know a lot of you guys telling me that, yeah, well, why would I get a goal, right? And I can tell you that people don't have goal. They don't have any schedule, right? And people don't have schedule. They don't have goal, right? So it's just like a sheep wandering out there, we have nowhere to go. So it's important for you to do that. And this year, when you make a commitment or making yourself commitment, get back into the business, we have to think of it like, well, am I going to run this business as a professional? Am I going to run this business? It's a good business. Am I going to run in a mediocre business? So either one is okay, but that's your decision that you have to make for yourself, right? So it's important for you to know that, because I know that this is a changing environment that where it requires a professional to operate, and professional people, they have objective, they have goal, and they have schedule, and they have environment, right? And they have a support behind, to make that production, that income for you and for your company and for your family. It's important to do that. So it's very important for you to know, to understand that process. So and then you also have to decide, right? Decide how you're going to run your business in a new market now. Are you going to, number one, are you going to wait for it, right? Are you going to wait for the customer to find you, right? Are you wait for a customer to call you, right? So, two is that, are you going to be able to buy the business, which is spend a tremendous amount of money and through promotion, marketing, advertising, right? Or are you going to go out there, hire a coach, hire a mentor, and go out there with the schedule, with the goal, and earn the business yourself, right? So it's really important for you, that, you're doing that. So, I spend a lot of time to put into a recorded closer to about 100 video. Let me kind of share with you what resource that available for you, in the event that you decided to want to be a professional and you wanted to listen to a lot of this fundamental foundation to build a good business, right? And so I'm a builder, I'm a developer, and that I own and operated EB5 regional center in United States, right? And also we run in a fund, and so we are on track to build 1,200 units residential this year, right? And year of 25 and 26 and 27. So we're actively involved in the business of acquisition, development, design, also build and modular build and sell and get this product of residential to the end user in the marketplace, right? So we put together the foundation to build a strong business, right? And we put that into video for you so that you can listen to and improving yourself. Now, remember when I started the business, right? I learned from Brian Tracy, and he say that, well, the more you learn, the more you earn, right? So I want you to know that, who do you learn it from? Who did it to you, right? And how committed you are about learning, improving yourself, right? So I watching the professional Major League Baseball, like the Seattle Mariner or the LA Dodger. So they always have a spring training, right? And they have a regular season. So as a professional, whether you're making $55 to $60 million a year, or the rookie that just get into the league that making, minimum, right? They all have to go through a spring training. And you look at, I work with the Seattle Seahawks. When my home run is still a coach for the Seahawks, but I go to the training camp all the time, and the professional Major League Football, they spending all year, Monday through Friday, right? All year long, practicing their game, and they're practicing whether they got at the entry level or the veteran in the business, in the league. They're still practicing every single day, Monday through Friday, all year long, just to play the 16 game, right? So those are the people what I call professional, right? So when it comes to professional, they train, they have a coach, right? And they follow a system. So what about you as a professional in real estate or in financing, in mortgage, in banking, in any career you call yourself a professional? What is your sprint training? What is your foundation, right? And so this information that I make available for you, that's starting from, prospecting, right? Follow up, making effective live presentation and business planning and so on, with the 18 different method and the foundation for you to build a business, right? So that you can learn, and I promise the more you learn, the more you earn. This information is for you on our YouTube channel and our website and our company. That's available for you at no charge, right? So taking the business from where you are, which is the basic, right? We see listen, sell, listen, sell the product, listen, sell the listing, whether it's gonna be funding, financing, and in real estate, if you don't have the license yet, right, come to us. We help you to get real estate license. We also help you to get mortgage license. We also help you to get appraisal license. Or we can also help you to get security license with our school, MLU University, right? So when you get your license, then you look at the foundation. The first foundation, and the second foundation, to the 18 step in building a strong, solid foundation is all there available for you. What happens when you learn, then you earn, right? Then when you have extra income, that you think about investment, right? So the first thing that we offer, the two-day training that we offer, it's called the degree camp that I created, After 26 years with over 3,000 units of bill, I also using this program to train with so many co-op builder in our network, right? And a lot of you go through our program, we have more than 14 self-made millionaire that learning from this program, right? And it's a fantastic program that you can apply into your business and use that. So the first one I look at is how to become a real estate developer. It's a degree camp, right? So the degree camp is to learn everything from acquisition, development, right? Design, build, and then building on site, right? We see just a regular traditional build, and we have the advanced building, we see like modular build, like factory build. So we work with all the factory, and we are building a factory for ourselves in Seattle, Washington, with 300,000 square feet, that be able to build up to 2 million square feet a year residential, right? So the process of learning how to become a developer, builder, is so powerful, right? That's gonna help you to advance your career to the next level, right? So the second one that I would share with you through a professional training for 2 days, it's called the degree camp. It's called EB5 investment, right? I know that financing is really it's a new game now, and the EB5 financing is needed, more than ever before, right? So foreign direct investment, I just spent a year and a half in Asia, opened an office over there, and working with a lot of investors from, the core market like Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Fujian, and also Saigon and Hanoi, Vietnam, and Taiwan, right? So I built an incredible, network of broker and investor that can send business to us, vice versa. Also, people that send business through our USAsia marketplace and USAsia EB5 regional center program, right? So we deemed to be a professional in EB5 regional center industry. So what you're gonna learn is how we build over 3,000 units, right, and serve over customer from 27 different countries, and and so on top of the knowledge and the regional center program and the funding that we put behind, we also have the USAsia EB5 funding tour with the new program being with the new program right now that going to a big change, and it's also required for broker to get register with the USCIS and get certified, right? So that will be a one way to learn about this amazing system of capital fundraising, right? So a lot of this training is surrounding sort of EB5 green card, right? Foreign investor, who invest to obtain the U.S. residency through the investment in the U.S. And then what you're going to learn is that what you're going to learn is so intensive. How the fund can be structured, right? Whether it's going to be structured by loan model, the equity model, or it's investing at the investing into the EB5, right? So the time, how long will it take that you have to invest, and how long will it take for your client, your family, to obtaining a green card. So we recently opened up a fund 19 invested in our regional center, right? So with the new program, now a lot of investors, especially from China, Vietnam, and India, can invest into a priority in the rural area, that they can get EB5 green card much sooner instead of waiting for 5 to 8 years to get approved for the I-526. Now investor can get the I-526 visa as soon as 3 to 10 months, right? So that's very exciting. What did that mean for you? That if you're gonna learn this creative financing, FDI, foreign direct investment, you can use a lot of money for your client project, for your knowledge, right? It's so powerful that you participate in this professional training at a broker, at an investor, right? Or at a JCE, at a builder that wanted to utilize, foreign direct investment, to pay for your project, right? There's so many things that that this 2-day training that's gonna be helping you, right? So I also teaming up with John Stiver, our director from Regional Center, also our attorney, at like David Hudson, that had been filing for EB5 over 4,000 petition with 100% approval, or John Glasgow, or Lee and Associate, all the top people that run that immigration attorney or project attorney, and also people that like one of my people in my power team, like Robert, he's a security lawyer that specialized put together this funding very, very long time. And our builder, like Steve, that have been running the construction company, last year with over $500 million in volume, right? When the industry is still struggling, right? So I'm excited to bring the best people into the training that helping you to sharpen your skill in the investment and learning this program. So there's so much thing that you're gonna learn from this program, right? That I wanted to share with you. So what are the steps, for the EB5 investor to obtain the green card, right? How many EB5 investor in my project that eligible for, and using the economic model that we can that we know for the project, and also when can I begin to accept, when if I were to do a project, if I were to do a fund to fund in my real estate project, my real estate deal, when can I use when can I begin into accepting the investment capital, and what are the so what are the regional center, why do we need one, right? So how is my deal, my project, right, or my client project that received the EB5 funding, whether or not my project located in the TEA rural area, how soon can my investor obtaining a green card? I know a lot of you serving your client in the community, and a lot of your client right now, like for me, for example, in Seattle, Washington, we have a lot of people working for Microsoft and Amazon, and working for a lot of big tech firms like Google or Apple. A lot of this worker, they don't have the permanent residency, they have a work visa, right? So sometimes what you learn and at the knowledge and applying to your business, it's also you bring that option to get permanent residency to your client. That would be a valuable thing for you to do. And remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. I promise you that, right? So EB5 investment deal, I just emphasizing that with the 5-year extension, it get past the Senate, it passed the Congress, and the President Biden signed that into law as great extended all the way until 2027. What can you do about this powerful funding program that you can apply to your business with your client, right? So how to structure the deal, right? So what kind of structure is most common for the project, and how flexible the structure of on the project, right? How flexible it is, how many method that I can use in terms of using this EB5 funding. So and where is this EB5 funding that fit into the capital stack, right? So for example, if you buy a home, then you go to the bank and apply for a mortgage. The bank probably gonna ask you, well, where do you get your down payment, right? And bank can, whether any bank, any private lender, or Harmony lender, or any sort of lender can give you an 80% LTV, but in the project, whether it's going to be 60, 70, 80, LTV, loan to value. But then the next question is so crucial, important, where do you go get equity, right? Where do you go and get equity? So that's what EB5 coming in at an equity component that can help. So that's going to be a training so effective, right? Will be a great way for you to learn about creative financing, right? And so, I recording a lot of information. I post a lot of information that available, for you to learn. And if you wanted to join the premier professional training, then you join our degree camp. We offer, degree camp training every single month. And so because of that, let's talk about the next degree camp that we're gonna do, which is the contract, right? So important for you to learn a contract, how to negotiate, for term and profit, right? And how to buy for lower price than the contract stated, right? And how to negotiate everything in the contract. So the contract, think of it like the contract, the purchase and sale agreement. The contract, think of it like a weapon that you going out there. Like a soldier, they going out there, they have to have the weapon, right? So how effective, how good you are about contract, right? So that will be a degree camp that we talk about. The next one that we offer on a monthly basis, that would be the real estate deal evaluation. Here what I think that would be good for you to be at this camp is that, well, good investor, good investor, good investing broker is the one that doing a good evaluation, right? Unlike residential, commercial development, whether it's going to be hospitality, industrial, or multifamily, we have to learn ourselves, the evaluation process, and we have a fantastic software that gonna help for us, but we have to get together and learn how to use it, right? So looking at the investment whole picture, right? In terms of the acquisition, design, development, and also looking at the construction, and then the stabilize the asset, and looking at the 1 year to 10-year holding, depend what the business plan for the project is. So evaluation short-term profit, right? So are you gonna be buying the property, right, and exposing the high get and a bad yield, to a yield change, right, or through construction development, and then put it back on the market to sell it for a short term, like I done a lot of those deals, if you can see on our website, right, over the year, right? So for example, if I did one of the deal at the Kubota 1, the address on 57. I bought the 1 parcel for 505,000, and then I convert that into 29 single family lot, and then we sold that one for 2.9 million, right? So you can do it as short term, that where you exposing the property to the high get and the bad yield, and then you turn around and sell it up to a builder, and in this case a builder co-op. I work with a lot of builder, and so that would be a good way for you to do it. Or you think about like evaluate long term, right, for the equity position. So you go to the short term, right, and then you go to a long term to build it out, hold it or sell it, right? But you got to be able to see the pitfall before it happened, right? And again, in real estate, you make money when you buy in property, it's not when you sell it, right? That fundamental. And Warren Buffett lesson for all the investors out there is, right, there are two basic rules that you have to remember. First, rule number 1 is don't lose money. So what's rule number 2? Rule number 2 is not to forget rule number 1, right? So that's the basic that you need to learn, and you need to be at this degree camp. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna give you a lot of value for you, and especially from a trainer like myself, that I has been in business since 1998, right? And I've done over 62 different development, over 3,000 units, right? So you learn from all this intensive experience, right? Instead of you go it out there and do it yourself, right? And that gonna be very, very difficult if you make a mistake, right? So I put all this into a 2-day training together with my power team that can really give you an advantage ahead at an investor. So number 5, right? Number 5 would be like raising capital degree camp, right? So raising capital is very important in today's market, right? So if you use your money to invest, right, what happens? You run out of money, and you cannot do a whole lot of deal, right? But if you using other people's money, OPM, you're never gonna run out of money again, right? So the catch here is raising capital, how to do that. So at the training for 2 days in terms of raising capital, as you can see, I raised a lot of capital, right? So this year alone, we probably gonna be raising over $200 million, right? So So again, for those of you haven't started yet in terms of raising capital, that you need to learn the technique and the strategy, and then the skill and the presentation, and learn all the legal documents that give you a fantastic a presentation plus the legal document, so that you can ready to go and aim yourself to be successful, right? So raising capital, create a high get return, is leveraged by real estate, right? So talk about fundraising, I'm doing that every single, I spend about 3 weeks of December of 2023, right, in multiple markets in Asia to raise fund, right? So as we go through it, I'm doing it, right? I'm doing that at a higher level. So if you were to looking for a mentor, if you're looking for a teacher, if you were to looking for, a coach to help you, I would like to apply for a job, being your coach, being your mentor, and using my 26 years of experience, with $billion fund that raise it through, through our company, to teach you, to help you, right? So, overcome the banking problem with massive equity position, right? So learn about deed of trust, promissory note, interest, and return matching, right? When you learn raising capital, and you're gonna have a chance to meet with our FCC attorney are gonna be at the meeting, and then you probably gonna meet a lot of successful fund manager that raising fund. But we also put some on a panel of people that doing this at a high level, very productive, very profitable. So this, if there anything, this is the 2-day degree camp that you need to sign up and be there, right? So raising capital degree camp. So this is the example of the complete project when we do fundraising. That, for example, if you were to raise FDI, foreign direct investment, so that you can give your investor 2 return, right? Number one would be like return, the return on investment, profit share, preferred return that you promise to pay your investor, right? And then the second one would be like the return of the American dream, US citizenship. So when you go out there, if you were to learn in our system, you're gonna have like 2 return for your investor, right? So gonna make yourself so competitive. But to do that, then you probably gonna need a US immigration regional center like we are, so we can help you to sponsor your project, so it's become an approval EB5 project, right? And then second is that we have to bring in the entire immigration attorney, a security lawyer, and we have a fantastic team, business plan writer, right? Business plan writer that write the business plan for the company. We're gonna bring in a job creation economic, right? That gonna be able to determine of the total project cost of soft cost, hard cost, interest carry, development fee, and make it available for one offering package. So very professional when it comes to a presentation. Then when you're gonna have yourself a very professional presentation that you can go and raise fund, and we teach you how to do that. So we do it at the highest level. I do not know if there is another training system out there in United States, in Asia, that gonna teach you something like that. And I do not know. If I know, if you know, you let me know, because I don't think there's one out there that can teach you the way that we teach you with result. And we also helping you through a mentor program, right? And then we also put up the regional center to sponsor the fund for you, so that you can instantly become an EB5 project and you're ready to go out there and help people, right? So they're gonna get both, right? Number one, US citizenship. Number two, return on the investment. That's what we do. And that's what we do at a high level for a very, very long time. So, we're gonna be able to assemble a complete set of the EB5 project document for you, right? feasibility study, construction budget, financial performance, and market comp, right? We also getting a master business plan, economic impact. Why we have our FCC attorney put together PPM, offering document, loan document, subscription agreement, by etc. So you got a complete professional package. And remember, at the beginning of the program today, what do I say to you? You can choose to do this real estate business as a mediocre, or as a professional. The choice is yours, right? And and so we wanted to give you the tool, the education, the coaching that needed and helping you to go to the next level, or you can learn it on yourself, right? So and why people have to invest into a licensed regional center? Well, it's good. It's fast process. Qualified investor can obtain in a green card. That's what we need right now, and that's what your client need right now. Because a lot of people, did you know that we have closer to like 20 million people in United States. They don't have the residency here, but they live here in the U.S. A lot of international students, right? Like University of Washington in Washington State, we have more than 32% of the total student is international student. Hey, that could be your potential client, right? For those that listen to this message, you understand this program very important, right? So your client, your customer do not need to create your own business at all, right? All they need to do is do nothing. Just invest the fund and then forget about it and get the green card and get the return for the investment, right? And then they have to invest through a licensed regional center, and we are a licensed regional center, right? That we can help to do that, but it would take very long period of time to obtain it and get the regional center approved. So the money has to be legitimate. We can help you to do that. Investor can live anywhere in United States, right? So investor, family, children under 21 can receive the green card. So the process, the step, step A to Z, how to do it is here, and promise gonna be when you come into the training, degree camp training, you training on this particular subject, which is EB5 financing, right, for investor, right? You're gonna walk away with all the tool, knowledge, resources, and support that you need at MLU ready to go out there and serve your client, right? So I really encourage a lot of municipality, city manager, a lot of mayor, a lot of governor, and a lot of developer, a lot of builder, a lot of bank, broker, especially commercial broker, right? Or residential development, right? Investing broker to participate in this training program in the new year, right? I promise you, it's gonna be a fantastic, it's gonna be a good one, right? And so we have multiple location in United States that we can help. So we are working very closely with the USCIS to be able to expand in our coverage area, and our regional center director, our attorney are working on that. So that more to come, right? So much thing that we can learn. The next one would be bus tour degree camp, right? So you're gonna have an opportunity to go in out there and see the 25 different projects that we done, right? And you're gonna see from small, medium, large deal at a time. You see every technique that that I teach in the flash, and then you're gonna live with over multiple template for a deal successful, right? And see the neighborhood, see the zoning. I mean, especially zoning in California, in Oregon, in Washington. All the zoning is changing, right? How to maximize the zoning, right? And then how to take the fear out of the investing, and how do you want to see that done, right? So you're gonna learn and apply technique, in the marketplace, and you see the high get and the bad deals in action. For example, if I have a property in Seattle, when I purchased this property from a hospital, right? They have this for doing a hospital, but when the mayor calling me about come and buy this particular property, we go ahead and buy this property. We bought the property for $6 million, $6 million, right? But then we're converting this $6 million acquisition into 940,000 square feet of multifamily. That's where we build 4 different phases. Phase 1 is extended stay hotel, 150 door, and then we do phase 2, 3, and 4 with 200 units, right? So we make into a 750 unit. Of course, you're gonna ask yourself a question: what could be the value for the property after you enhancing and creating and exposing the highest and the best yield for the property? I can tell you one thing: without building it, the property is gonna be worth 3 times more, right? You increase the property value by 300%, right? When you're doing that. So this is where you're gonna learn it, every technique and experience that we can help you, to do that, right? So the one more, it would be creating and enhancing equity. It's called a degree camp. Now, why do you need to learn about creating and enhancing equity? Over the years, over the decade, I don't buy the property for what it is, right? I buy the property for what it can be, right? So, example, if you look at the deal that we do, right? We buy one property. We do not wait for the market to go up. The market can go up. The market can change. The market can go down. We don't depend on the market. If the market appreciation, and we appreciate the appreciation, but we don't depend on the market, right? So we want to create it and enhancing the equity. For example, we buy, we have a project in Columbia City, right? And we bought 4 different. We bought a 4-plex, and we turned that into 12 different unit townhome, right? And you're gonna see those property on our website. And then we bought the next single family home. We turned that into another 6 unit, right? So the entire project, the entire property with 4 different parcel, single family home and 4-plex, we turned that into a 26 brand new modern living townhome, and it's already sold. So as you can see, we are the master of creating, enhancing the equity, right? So as simple as you buying a single family home and using and creating more square footage, right? So we just learn that technique and show you how it can get done, right? So creating and enhancing equity, it is a great camp that you're gonna be at, that you're gonna be learning, and I promise, the more you learn, the more you earn. And if you come to this kind of training program, right, I have to charge you, because if I'm gonna provide it for you for free, then it's no value. So you're gonna be paying to attend in this training program with myself and my power team. But if you look at me, right, at the end of the training for each camp, and you say, hey Michael, I don't think I'm learning, I don't think this is value, and my life is not gonna change because of what I learned, I telling you, I promise you, I give you 100% money back with no question. Okay, so the attending the training is for free to you, right? So be at the training this year, signing up for the training this year. I will be in the US, and we'll be in California, Arizona, Washington, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State, right? So Texas as well. So we're gonna be at the multiple locations teaching you this program, but all the training, it will be in Seattle, Washington. So be there, sign up, learn, whether you're gonna be a mediocre, whether you're gonna be a professional. The joy is yours, right? So the last one would be cash flow degree camp. how to create the repeatable income that never end, right? So we talking about, buying the property, remodel it, right? And either you rent it or you sell it, and you repeat the process. If you wanted to hold in the property, then you can refinance, right? It's called BRRR, right? So this BRRR system. So you can see on our website over 100 property that I purchased this way, right? So I'm using every technique that I'm teaching you to apply into what I do, right? So that you can see, and when you see a property and you see the address, you go into like Zillow, you go into like county record, you see how much I bought it and how much the current value right now. You know that this training program, the cash flow degree camp, is very, very powerful. Again, it requiring you, to do the work to buy it right. And you have to leverage the finance, the capital, the system that we have to help you to do that, right? So not just buying the property and hope and pray to God that the property is gonna go up in value. That's not the strategy, right? So I say that the BRRR model is so fantastic, right? And I know a lot of active investors out there are doing. We see buy it, rebuild it, remodel it. If you decided to sell it for profit, fantastic. Do that. And then if you want to refinance, hold it for a long term, rent it out, do that, right? Make sure that we're there to teach you the system, that what it takes. And for those that wanted to retire, you're probably gonna rent the property out, right? Yeah, so either one will be okay, but you make sure that you have a profit margin that's strong. And then when you're successful doing the deal, then you can repeat the process, do it all over again, like you see on our website, right? We do just hundreds of property like this to a remodel program that you can see how it used to be and how it is after the BRRR process, right? So that can be a fantastic way to invest, right? So as I wrap up the conversation that I have with you today, I really encourage you to really take a look at your business and ask yourself a question. Based on what my share is, with you today, and based on what you learned today, what are the components that you want to have in your business, right? What do you want to expand it in terms of the market, in terms of product, right? And who gonna help you to do it, right? Who gonna teach it to you? Who you gonna learn from, right? And so the market is already changed, right? The neighborhood demographics is already changed, and so things has already changed. Do you change? Do you? So think about what you learned from today, and pick out 1, 2, 3, 4 idea, system, lesson that you can apply into your business. Upgrade yourself to the next level, right? I'm pretty sure that invest in Warren Buffett say it best, invest in yourself. That would be the best investment, right? So with that to say, I wanted to appreciate you taking the time today, to come and listen to this presentation. I hope that you can learn from this, and go ahead and sign up, for the training, or come to our event in either in United States or in Asia this year, right? Or for those that not yet, for those that wanted to continue to learn, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us through LinkedIn and Facebook. And we're gonna be there and letting you know when the new information coming out. But remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. And Happy New Year. May you have the best, profitable and productive year this year. Thank you.